Hi everybody, my cup says, if you're wondering, it says, I'm a catacorn. It has a cat unicorn on it. It is coffee that I'm drinking. Why am I drinking it out of a straw, you ask? Because I got my teeth cleaned recently and I don't want them to get stained as fast. So I figured drinking coffee with a straw helps. Probably doesn't help that much, but in my head it helps. This video is not about my mug or my coffee drinking habits with a straw. Okay? This was requested under a comment in somebody else's comment section in a different platform, channel, whatever the F. It wasn't requested on any of my videos, okay? That's taking me forever to get that out. And this is, I just like take 7,000 of me trying to do this video. Trying to do it for people, for you guys. Whoever's watching me. I can't believe people watch my videos. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't know who's watching me. It's like some of my subscribers, I know who they are, but this one's like no face and some random name. I don't know who you guys are. I appreciate it, but I don't know who you guys are. We're going to talk about my privilege today because everybody tells me that I have so much privilege and that I have to recognize it and I have to accept it. So I have to do two things. I have to accept it and recognize it, but I would think I have to recognize it first and then accept it. Acceptance is the second part, but you have to recognize it first. But I'm having a hard time with the recognizing it part. It's the recognizing it part that I'm like, I don't recognize it. I don't see it. I grew up in extreme poverty. Grew up around substance abuse, alcohol abuse, domestic violence. I was sexually abused. Okay. I'm saying that as somebody who has taken the time to heal and continues to take the time to heal. Why? Because healing lasts a lifetime with these things for some people. I think people think, you always hear this BS, especially on YouTube. Like, what people really need? They really need to go to therapy. You gotta admit that you need therapy and therapy and therapy. You gotta go to therapy and you gotta heal. And they think that by going to therapy for a couple of years that you're just going to be healed like that. And in a lot of cases, depending on the amount of trauma that you went through, sometimes the healing is a lifetime process. It just is. Now, I'm making this sound a whole lot lighter than it probably should. Why? Because the other times that I've tried attempting to do this video, I started crying and I felt like an asshole. So I'm trying to prevent that from happening again. This whole privilege topic is connected to the colorism topic. Okay? Because we have to check our privilege all the time. Check it. You gotta check it. Gotta make sure it's there. You gotta recognize it. Is it there? I don't see it. Okay? It's nowhere to be found. Just because there's some basketball players on television that marry some biracial chick, or marry some white chick, or marry some Latin chick, or marry some Asian chick, then that gives people free reign to be mad at every person in the world that's non-black, or every woman that's mixed, or every woman that's Latin, or you gotta check your privilege. It's like it always comes down to that. Meanwhile, all the people that I knew growing up who were lighter skinned, grew up in conditions similar to me. The crack era, the drugs, the alcohol, all the types of abuse, people getting punched in the face, people getting, molested, people getting raped, on and on and on. Struggling with poverty. The streets were dirty and disgusting. But we're privileged. What? Who? That's privilege? Is that really privilege? I know of darker skinned people. I know of a lot who grew up in middle class families, had both of their parents around all the time, didn't grow up in poverty, didn't grow up around any drug abuse, any alcohol abuse, no domestic violence, no type of sexual abuse, no type of, they grew up in like a big house, didn't grow up in a crazy neighborhood, weren't hearing gunshots in the street. But I'm more privileged than that person. Me? I have more privilege than that person. Why? Because a basketball player married a Latin person? Is that why? Is that a reason? Because a lot of times the arguments come down to that, to what some guy, some douchebag that makes a stupid comment on like a Twitter page that's derogatory against his own women. That means I'm privileged. That I gotta check my privilege. I gotta check it now. Yeah, all of the people that I knew growing up, whether they were darker skin, lighter skin, that grew up in the same neighborhoods, we weren't, they would talk about the color stuff, but the people who were talking about the color stuff weren't really Americans. They were really foreigners. I don't like to say that because then everybody's gonna get upset. And then it's like, oh, well, why are you blaming the foreigners? Well, it's not that I'm blaming the foreigners. It's just that those are the people that I hear talking about the colorism argument more than anybody else, because the Black American people just kind of accepted everybody for who they were. But a lot of the foreign people didn't, and they don't. Because in their countries, they're going through actual, real, hardcore colorism. You got these women bleaching. You got in the Asian countries where there's whitening, like bleaching stuff in like their skincare products. You got, these people going through great lengths to get, weaves and perms and wigs and to straighten their hair. And, they're trying to do everything to look as white as possible in these other places. I get that in these other countries that these things exist. I get when people come from these other countries and they come here and they want to discuss these things and how these things are a problem in their countries. I get it. I don't see that problem here. I don't want to hear about my privilege here. Nothing in my life was privileged. Everything was a fucking struggle. Okay? We do a lot better now as adults. Okay? Getting to this point in my life was fucking hard. Every single day I have to do and say to myself certain things to not, relive certain things in the past. And, then people want to say, well, you got to get over the past, but then they want to talk about what they see on television as if that's a bigger problem than the actual real abuses that go on in a lot of minority households in this country. That somehow an image on television that because you don't see it enough, which is bullshit, that's worse than traumas, than other no, it's not. You're not gonna tell me that is worse than what I went through. You're not gonna tell. You can tell me all you want. I'm not gonna believe it. I know that other people have been convinced on here. I know that there's a couple of Latin men that have been convinced on this platform that it's true. I know Chem123 is one of them. If you're watching me, I don't know if you're watching me. You know it's true. And you know, there's certain women that you vouch for, and these are the things that you would think that if you really cared about these groups of women that you know, that you claim to care about, that you would be talking about the real issues that they go through growing up in these environments, not what the men in their community like, supposedly, because there's people on the internet saying bullshit. Because there's people that travel to other countries to get with, like, how small of that is that of a percentage of their group that does that? How small is that? How big is the percentage of the women within these communities that get raped, that go through domestic violence, that go through fucking, you know, all types of pedophilic shit? How, why are you taking this colorism and you're making that more important than these other things, than these real problems? These are the real issues within these communities. We are living in America. Whether you like it or not, this is the country this is where we live. People are coming here with their own problems from their own countries. This country already has a shit ton of problems. The people here are all fucked up. Everybody's is dumb. As you know, we're all stupid. Fine. You want to include me in there? Fine. But a lot of people know I'm telling the truth. How is it that I'm supposed to check my privilege? I never had it. Never had it. What am I supposed to check? Do these darker skinned people that have a whole lot more than I do and didn't go through the things that I do they get to check their privilege? It's just a question. This video was all over the place. This was meant for the lighter skinned people that come to my channel, the mixed people that come to my channel, anybody who relates to this that comes to my channel. You know, I don't discriminate here. Okay, the only thing I discriminate against is, you know, excessive trolling. Like, I might discriminate against that. Like, look, hey, shut up. You know, like, come on, like, let's keep it respectful. Other than that, I don't discriminate. You know, I really don't see it. I really don't see privilege, and I don't think I have it. I just don't. That's it, guys. I gave this a shot. See you guys in the next video. Maybe the next time I might have this cup of mine. Maybe I won't. But as far as that privilege goes, if all it boils down to in the end is what, like a fifth, like 2% of a population or less than that, what they prefer in somebody, then if that's what it boils down to in the end, no, I'm not admitting to any privilege. Okay, absolutely not. I don't have it. Shut the hell up. Have a good day, everybody. See you guys in the next video. Bye.